Hi guys, I'm Ritu. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be recreating this look. This is inspired by a Thai makeup tutorial. I've been completely obsessed with Thai makeup tutorials on YouTube, Instagram. You see their work. It's so fine, well defined, and it's very heavy on bronzing and contouring. Like the face is like really strong, lines on the face are very highlighted. I didn't highlight mine as much, but yeah, this is the completed look, and I'll be showing you, look at my hand, and I'll be showing you how to recreate this look. As suspected, my mic wasn't working up on whatever I've done, so we are recreating this very beautiful Thai makeup look. And for that, I've already done my skin prep. I used the Dalba First Face Serum, and I've used the Bobbi Brown Enriched Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Soothing Serum. This is like the serum version of the face base, whatever thing she has in her lineup. I have done my eyebrows with the Rare Beauty eyebrow gel. I don't like them. I still have to do some hair stroke kind of a thingy, and now we are moving on to our eyes. So for eyes, I'm trying to be all cream products so that I don't have to use a eyeshadow primer. I put some concealer here in the, like, do you see this shadow thingy? So I'm also going to put some concealer here. I wouldn't cover my eyelids because I am going in with cream shadows and I'm going to go for a darker smoky look, so I don't think I need to cover up this discoloration. I'm going in with this Real Techniques Expert Concealer brush. I'm going to blend that here and here and here. I hope you can see. Like that shadow being gone gives the eye such an open look. It's a really underrated step. If you're not doing it, then you don't need to do anything. Yeah, so I'm going to take rest of the concealer here, and I think I should also like highlight or like do this, like define my brows. This gives like a cleaner look, like cleaning up your brows. This is also a very underrated step. I'm going to just go in with whatever concealer I have left. I like to really put my face in my mirror to see if I'm doing things correctly. Oh, I'm confused between these two. I think I'll go with this safer option. The makeup looks that I've seen by Thai makeup artists, all of them are very warm. So we are going to like be on the warm to neutral line. We are not going to go fully like fall warm. This is the Nabla Cupid's Arrow eyeshadow stick in Arrow 5. I'm going to cover my lid and I'm going to take it up to my crease. Can't talk. Yeah, so let's start with this shade. I'm going to use the Rose and Ben Beauty E20A. This gave us a light wash of color. Key points of the eye makeup are a lifted look, then a very warm eye. She has some inner corner highlight, then a very black lash line, and like she brings the eyeliner till here, only here and maybe here somehow, and very heavy lashes. Like fluttery but heavy lash look, very glittery in the center, and she has some sort of a halo eye kind of a thing going on, which I really like. Now we are going to build this up. What I am going to do is I'm also going to put some bronzer in my this area to lift it further. I'm using the Rare Beauty Rare Beauty bronzer. I don't like this bronzer. I find it looks very muddy, but Thai makeup artists love the Rare Beauty bronzer I've seen. So yeah, let's do this thing to give you a more lifted, like when you would use face tapes, how face tapes give you a lifted look. This is just to follow as a guideline so that we don't like blend our eyeshadow downwards. And then I'm going to build this up here and here because she has some sort of a halo I think going on. And I'm sorry if the audio is bad because this is my camera's mic. My mics are not working. Trying to blend it here. I think we can go in with some powder eyeshadows. We are not going to go very heavy. I'm going to use the Glaminatrix Cosmetics Very Basic palette. It has everything, a deepening shade, some warm shades. Like this is the most we are going to need. Then I'm going in with this Rose and Pen E27 brush. There is going to be heavy nose bronzer, so it's okay if we get our eyeshadow a little bit up. I think that is the perfect depth for the outer corner. I'm going to take a deeper eyeshadow, the next one. First I used the shade Comment here, and now I'm going in the shade Review. This is the shape that we want. Going in with Comment and Pumpkin Spice. Just going to stamp it here lightly to deepen this thing, and then I'm going to blend it upwards slightly. I think I'm satisfied by the level of bronziness I have here, but Morphe M152 with Review and Looks. I'm going to slightly stamp it here and try to blend. If things stop blending, I like to stamp like this in hopes that it will blend. Yeah, I think that is sufficiently blended and deep. I'm going in with the tiny bit of the shade Looks on the inner part of the eye. Let's commit to the halo eye. For shimmer, I want to use the Danessa Myricks Colourfix stick in the shade. This is duo number 1. The shade is Interstellar for the foil side, and Mystic Taupe the other side. Let me swatch. I think the best way to apply these would be with a apply and then tap them out with a finger. I'm going to go up only, like slightly take it up, yeah, right in the center, and I'm going to tap them out and try to spread the thing before it sets these set down, so you need to be fast. Okay, that is set. We have a base and it's not looking as punchy. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of the metallic side on a brush, and I'm going to try to like add some here and there, like this side. Yeah, that looks so nice. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to do the same on the outer corner. I like that. I'm not going to build it up right now. I'm going to see in the end if the effect I'm getting meets the inspiration or not, and then I'm going to build it up because I don't want to go ham. I want to do detailing, the eyeliner work, and I'm going to use a black liquid shadow instead of a kajal thingy. It's a very soft kind of a thing. It's not a very full defined. I think it's not even black. I think I should go in with the brown eyeshadow first. Liquid eyeshadow from Henna Beauty. I'll use a Rose and Ben Beauty E26. That did nothing. Pick this eyeshadow up and try to build it. The brush I'm using right now is a Morphe's S625. Lifted wing. Keep your eye open and I'm going in with this Nabla Cupid's arrow in the waterline. Then I'm going in with the eyeshadow palette, shade Looks. Trying to blend this out, feather it out. It's not a very thick eyeliner, but it is there. Like, I think when you apply lashes, you need something to blend them. Try to feather it out. I think this is enough. I'm going to finish this and then come back. Both the eyes are done. Hopefully they look similar. They can't be same. I'm not. My eye shapes are so different that it's so difficult to match them. I'm going to clean the eyeshadow, whatever is here. The lower lash is also very smoky, but it's not very dark. So I'm going to just remove the excess brown eyeshadow part. and like if you struggle with this sharp, like the upper eyeshadow becomes very sharp, I have just the hack for that I learned from someone else. It's not mine, so we are going to do that as well. So let's start onto the face. Our skincare's had enough time to sink in, but I'm just going to apply a tiny bit more under where we like brushed that, like clean that thing, because that skincare went away. But don't take it too high, otherwise your eyeshadow is going to melt. Yeah, tap it, tap. Trying to extend my tail. I've done a terrible job on the eyebrows, but my eyebrows are also so wildly uneven that it's such a task to make them look similar, not even same, similar. So what they do is, after the skincare, they pump out the foundation. This is the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation. I have the shade number 8. Use a full coverage foundation, but what they do is that they apply it with a brush and then buff it in with a sponge to give the most skin-like finish. So that is what we are going to do today. I have taken it on a palette and I'm using this KJH and Spectrum 06 brush. I'm just going to try to be as even as possible. This is not the best brush, like their brushes are so good. I need to find a similar brush that is slightly fluffy but not thick. Make it make sense. I forgot to color correct. I should have color corrected. We are going to stop right here to color correct. I'm using this. I have used to try to blend it out. I shouldn't have used. I didn't realize this shade was going to be so dark. Honestly, that is the thing. Apart from anything else, I like my problem area to color correct is here. But what I've started doing is I use a darker shade of concealer, and that gives my like a much more flattering finish for me. So yeah, let's go back to whatever this was. I think my foundation is drying and I'm not doing the best job with this brush. I'm not taking it here because I have the most amount of like tan here, and I'm going to apply bronzer, so we don't need to put a lot of foundation here and then like bronze it and too much product in an area which creases. So this is the best I can do with this brush. I'm going to go in with my foundation brush to blend it out. This is supposed to be a very long lasting foundation, and I'm sure it is, but I haven't had the best and most time to test it out. It is going to be a kind of a heavy makeup look because this is like Thai makeup look. I personally think draws a lot of inspiration from drag makeup. Don't quote me, but yeah. So the emphasis on contour and everything is really heavy, and now I'm going in gently with the damp beauty sponge. I don't know, I haven't used a beauty sponge in years, maybe 5 years. No, 5 years is wrong. This is my favorite way to use this concealer, the Westman Atelier concealer. It is a perfect shade match for my discoloration. So I'm going to put some here and here. Ideally I would have put this concealer under my foundation, but I forgot. I wouldn't use a lot of product here if you get creasing in your smile lines, but I don't. I get it right here under my lip. This concealer somehow doesn't work the best underneath my eyes, but it is so good in this chin area and chin concealer, and I think that the shade matches really nice. My chest area is always going to be lighter, so I don't think about that. My face is much more tanned. They go in with concealer first and then they go in with the highlighting concealer to blend things out, but I will go in with the bronzer first because I'm so scared of this bronzer. This bronzer has a knack. I need to have some backup plan if that happens, just in case. I think it's just this shade. The shade is like, what is the undertone? Mud. Blend it into your hairline. And now with our foundation brush. I don't see the hype about this bronzer. Such a bad undertone. Okay, for contour, there was like bronzing, we are bronzing, but pretty heavy, really defined jaw. Ideally, you're not supposed to go underneath the jaw with the bronzer because this area naturally wouldn't get a lot of sun here, but it is what it is. We are following a tutorial. Try to blend it out. Is it blended? And my favorite area to bronze is under the lips. Like, not under the lips, lips. I like to blend this out with my hand so that I don't... Oh wow, look at the difference. Actually, I'm not going to go in directly for the face because this is the area where it refuses to blend for me. I'm going to pick it on a brush, buff it out so that like my product is evenly, it ended up all on my hand, and then I'm going to place it really high and try to blend it out really high for the most sculpted and bronzed look. This cheek is my problem cheek. I don't know why product refuses to stick here. And I'm going to slightly do this to melt whatever is left of our bronzer from before. Heavily bronzed is the vibe that we are going for. Blending better. Always go over with your foundation brush to melt things together. This brush is really amazing. I've been loving it right now. Are it focus? Focus. Yeah, this brush, this is a Pat T07 and it's so tiny and pointed and it's so amazing for detail work. So I'm going to pick this bronzer up directly and hope for the best. I'm going to go in this area, this nose bone area, and we are going to go from underneath our eyebrow. And try to make your nose as slim as possible, but let's see. Yeah, now we are going to blend, and we are doing this before so that when we get our concealer on, we can get that clean line here and more definition. Take it up into your eyebrow, don't be shy. Wow, that looks a lot on camera. Somehow this bronzer has worked better than the first time I used it. First time I used it, it was such a horrible experience. And now let's go back to our picture to see what we have done. See how heavy that nose contour is and the cheeks. So the blush is here on the cheeks. It is again like the whole look is very lifted, so the blush is also lifted, keeping in with the peachy vibes. That contour is really distracting me. So I'm going to go in with this shade, Patrick Tar. She's so... Do we know her? Keeping up with the warm theme of the look, I'm going to pick it up on a brush, blend that brush, blend that into the bristles of the brush, and then going to lightly place and build. Nothing. Like the older formula is not as pigmented as the new one, but like if I pick up She's Vibrant, then I'm going to look like a clown. Going to place it, yeah, now it's picking up. Going to place it here, slightly high but not very high, and I'm trying to place it very gently. Okay, so we have it. Now we are going to go in with the sponge to melt these together, like melt it with the bronzer, and I'm not going to melt it too much because we have concealer is still left, so we're just doing basic blending. So they tend to use a concealer for your a concealer shade that matches you, and then a concealer shade for brightening. This is the shade that's going to match me and correct so I'm not going to put it on the areas that need highlighting. I'm just going to use a tiny amount, and then I'm going to see if I need more. With the PAC T05, this is also a really nice brush. I think I'm going to go like this to pick up my daughter. She knows that her mom looks like a clown once in a while. And this is by no means a subtle kind of a look. This is a pretty heavy, all in, all guns firing kind of a look. Taking the concealer here. And because we color corrected, we might not even need too much of a highlighting concealer. I wouldn't use one anyways, but I'm going to use one because we need to keep true to the inspo, trying to lessen that contour a bit so that it doesn't look very clown-like. Making sure that concealer and corrector are blended. The bristles on this brush are so fine. I'm going to use this for brightening because this is slightly lighter than the pigmentation that I have in this area, and for under eyes I'll use a even brighter shade. This is a very stage makeup-ish makeup, not a very clean girl or subtle. Okay, I think we are done. I have to use this Cosmetics by Under Eye. I don't I have the shade medium, and this shade medium is like almost white. I don't know why they call it medium, but yeah, this is the one that I have, and it's like perfect for this because it's this much amount. You can like use it for your entire face. I'm just going to pick it the tiniest amount. Like you can see, this concealer is so full coverage that you need the tiniest amount. And I'm going to place it in the areas that I want to highlight. And the brush according to what you're trying to achieve is also really important, because like since I want to highlight, I don't want to take it everywhere, so I'm trying to go in with a smaller brush, again going in with the Pack T07. And this is a very thick formulation, so and as I'm going to go near the eyeshadow and like try to blend the concealer into the eyeshadow so that we don't have a very stark finish. I think the forehead needs a bigger brush. I'm going to go in with this brush and try to blend the concealer and everything into the blush so that we have a seamless finish. And then we are going to set the under eyes and everything. And I also saw that they use a lot of powder foundation to blend things, and I didn't pull mine out, but I think we'll just make do with powder because I would use it if I was going somewhere, but I don't want it to last that long. I need to remove it in half an hour. I'm going to use the Pat McGrath underneath my eyes. That powder is like translucent and might cause a bit of a flashback kind of a thing. I'm going to take this Makeup by Mario one lightly onto a fluffy highlighter brush. This is the setting brush by Real Techniques, and I'm going to gently set the eyes with this powder, and then I will go in with the Pat McGrath one to prevent flashback. This is such a pretty powder. Actually, I think you can use it all over your face, but we are being extra with this whole makeup, so we are going to continue to be extra. Then I'm picking it up on this powder puff, blending it into the puff, and then setting it. I'm not going to take it a lot out because it is white, almost white, just to brighten our under eyes. And I think my concealer job wasn't very good today in my mirror. My under eyes are looking a bit grey, but let's see. I will show you the final look in natural lighting as well. And that is it for this powder. Maybe here lightly. And then I'm going to pick the Makeup by Mario one on a big fluffy brush to lightly set my face, and then I will use powder products because I find that they might stick. I'm very scared of going on top of creams directly without a setting powder. I'm very gently setting my face. I'm not going to press this powder in. Not trying to take away all of the shine, just a little bit. Always keep a rag handy so you can clean your brushes as you go. I'm going to use the Gucci bronzer because this is the warmest bronzer I have. I'm going to pick it up only on one side because I'm going to use the same brush for my powder blush because I can't be asked to. Actually, I might be asked to pick one. And setting our bronzer. This is a really pigmented bronzer, so please be gentle. A tutorial. Setting bronzer. I can never tell if I've set this side of my face. Like if the makeup looks okay on this side of my face. This side of my face I can somehow see, but this side I have a face blindness issue. It has a complementary powder side, the other side of the face brush, and I'm going to pick it up like a lot. Again, do the powder thing, blend it in, and then gently apply it on the face. Ideally, you're supposed to, why do I say ideally so much? Like this blush, you're supposed to use the cream side on top of the, what do you call it? Cream powder. And now I'm going to pick it up with this highlighting brush so I can go over my cheekbone area. This area somehow, like I can't use, like a bigger blush somehow doesn't bring the blush here. So if you want, I'm just going to gently like apply this blush like a highlighter. And I've just realized that I forgot to blend my nose highlight. Setting this area as well. Picking up this brush is so versatile. You can use it for creams, you can use this for powders, you can use this for setting, blending, anything. We are putting some bronzer and whatever is left on the brush. I think it's not as highlighted as hers now that I'm seeing the final look, but let's see. I don't like a very white under eye kind of a look on my face personally, but yeah, it works. And now what we have left is eyelashes, inner corner highlight, and lower lash work. So let's finish the lower lash work before we set our face. to see if I don't need to use a lot of highlighter, and then I will go in with the finishing powder. Like bring it down and try to take it into the eyeliner. Okay, this will have to do, and this doesn't look similar because of my eye shape and my bone structure and everything. For the inner corner eyeliner, I'm going in with this eyeshadow again because it was so easy to control on this brush, and like it can be built up and blended out also really nicely. I'm going to pick it, like I'm going to coat my brush like this, and then I'm going to do the inner corner thingy. This much, only this much. They use strip lashes, really fine strip lashes, and like use 2-3 of them. I have these from Amazon, and I also have these from Amazon. These are self-adhesive ones, so I will try to use them first, and if they work then it's really good, but because that saves me from getting glue on my eyelid. But let's see, these don't always tend to work the best for me, and I am terrible at applying lashes, so if you see me struggling, I'm struggling. Okay, I actually managed to get one on. I think, just want to show you how they look. I actually managed to get 6 of them on. I think that's a world record for me. So I'm going in with the MAC Stack Water, not waterproof, the other one, which is not waterproof, and really heavy mascara on the lower lash line. Last thing, for the eyes, we need a inner corner highlight, Diamond Bomb for a pearly, and like it's almost like here, the entire area here, and like it's working as an inner corner highlighter as well. So let's see if the Diamond Bomb can do that for us. Trying to pick it up on a brush, and picked up so well. Like this. दिख रहा है क्या? ऐसा. The Hourglass Dragon palette, the Ambient lighting palette from last year, and this, putting this here, and more on the nose. Only I think I will have to go in with a spray, so I think this is the best time to use this one to bring the dew back. I hope eyeliner run na kare. Try to cover my eyes. Lips, I picked up all my Milani brown lip liners. Firstly, going in with Rich Cocoa. She has a very dark kind of a lip, so but I'm just going to use this to define. And her lips are very overlined, so I'm going to overline mine as well. For overlining, always remember, don't overline on the sides, because that's what gives it away. and gently tapping it out. The bronzer that we applied really helps us in overlining. That was Rich Cocoa. Then I'm going in with Saucy Toffee to blend all of this lip liner. I'll like go over the lip liner so that it doesn't look very dark brown. I think that's it. She doesn't have very concealer lips kind of a thing going on, but I'm going to go in with the MAC satin lipstick in Hodgepodge. Needs to be a bit more caramelish. Actually, I think I'm going to go in with the Dior lip gloss, lip plumper. This is a very opaque shade. Hopefully it will, yeah, this is a better tone. I love that the applicator on this is tiny because not everyone has big lips, and this is the finished look, you guys. I hope you guys like this form of tutorial, trying to recreate something. It's supposed to be very glowy. Hopefully I tried to get close, but let's see if it's actually happened. Abhi mere ko kuch samajh nahi aa raha hai. Too many lights and now I've lost all perception. My sense of perception has completely disappeared. So I tried to recreate, like I'm obsessed with these Thai makeup tutorials, and I wish they were a little more in depth about what they are actually trying to achieve and what, like, the techniques. I have seen a few tutorials on YouTube, but we need more. Okay, my eyebrows are clearly not matching, and I wish I had amazing gorgeous hair to go with it. But final look for Thai bridal makeup. If you like this video, please like, subscribe. Please like, leave down a comment about what you liked about this video, and subscribe to my channel and share if you like this video. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next one, hopefully. And finally, guys, this is how the makeup looks in natural lighting with my camera. This is not